Welcome to Impana Tech World. In yesterday class, I've taught in lesson 1, have taught what is C program is, who developed C program, and what is programming, what are the application of C program, and basic code of C program. Okay, and also I've given the challenge like you have to try to write your name, means print your name. Okay. And in this lesson 2, in today's class, I will be teaching the comments and variables, and we'll see some of the examples in variables. Okay. Firstly, there are two different types of comments, that is single line comment as well as multi-line comments. When you come for single line commands, the commands which is not executed is just for understanding, that's it. It's not for execution, it's just by understanding. The compiler will not execute this. It's for beginners where they can understand what the syntax is. Okay, for single line command, we use this particular thing. And multi-line commands means when there is a more line of commands, you have to use multi-line commands. Okay, I'll show you the example now. One program by using this particular commands. See, now I'll show single line commands first. So whenever we write this particular commands, you can see here. So this is a command, okay? Anything you can write. This is a command. This is ignored by the compiler. This is ignored by the compiler. You can write printf. Yesterday is the same code. You can write printf hello world. Okay. This is the command. This has been ignored by whom? Ignored by the compiler. It has been ignored by compiler. Okay. So this is single line commands. So I can show in the code also. In the code, this is the first code, okay. Include sto.h. As I said, it's a preprocessor directive. And next int main, which is the common syntax in all the C program. And here you can write this particular command and which is being ignored by the compiler. After this, there's a printf. Whatever you print inside this particular printf, you can see in the output screen, okay? Output screen. That's it. Okay, this is code. What is the output? The output will be hello world. Okay, and the next code is I'll be showing multi-line commands. Example, when you have to use this particular multi-line commands, when you have more lines of commands. Okay, for example, see, I'm writing this particular thing. We can see here the code below will print hello world. I'm just showing how we will use this multi-line commands. The code below will print hello world. The code below will print the hello world, okay, to the screen. And it is amazing. And it is amazing. You can write anything. And it is amazing. There is more lines of commands, okay. You can extend to the third line also. After this, if you write printf hello world, okay, this is a semicolon, it should be there, otherwise error message will come. Okay, what will be the output? What will be the output? The output will be hello world. Means this particular comment part is just for understanding. It's been ignored by the compiler. Okay, next we'll see what is variables. So next one, as I said, the variables. So what is variables? Variables are like containers. Means in containers and all will usually store the values, right? Its variables is also, it's like the container. It's used to store the data or the values. Like it used to store the data or the values. For example, I can show a is equal to 1. So a is known as variable. Okay, for variable you're assigning the value. Value what you have assigned is 1. So variable is storing the data. The data can be anything like characters or numbers. Okay, for variable you must specify what type of data it's storing, whether it's an integer. Integer means whole numbers, okay, it does not contain any type of decimal numbers, it's the whole numbers. Whole numbers means just like 1, 2, 3, like that. It does not store any decimal numbers. But if it is float, then there is a decimal numbers. If it is character, single character. If it is string means, it's the sequence of character. Okay, it's a sequence of character. If I say sequence of character means, for example, you can give like, if it is a apple or anything, orange. If it is a sequence of characters, if it's a word, then it's known as string. If it's single character means it's anything like A, E, you can take I, vowels, anything, single character. A is the single character. It's like that. Okay, float means it has the decimal point. But integer means it does not have any decimal point, just the whole numbers. When you declare the variables, you have to specify what type of value it's been stored. So see, example is int a is equal to 1. So it's storing the value which is integer. Okay, there is no decimal point. So when you print this particular part, it will print the integer part. For that also I'll show the program now. But before showing the program, usually they'll use format specifier. Okay, before showing the program, I'll teach one more concept, that is format specifier. Format specifier is being used by the percentage sign. Okay, that is the placeholder. It's also known as a placeholder. What kind of value it's printed, what kind of value. Once you know what is the data type, you can use this format specifier, what kind of value is being printed. If it is percentile D, then it's integer. It's used for integer. The value which has been printed is integer. If it is C, percentile C, then it's known as character. The value which has been printing is character. If you write percentile F, then the value which has been printing is float. That means it contains decimal point. Okay, decimal point. This is format specifier. And after format specifier, there is rules for variable. Whenever you declare the variable, there are some rules to be followed. Okay, the variable name should start with a letter or a underscore. The letters can be uppercase or lowercase. Okay, capital letter or small letters. It should start with letters or the underscore. It cannot start with a digit. It cannot start with a digit. For example, you can see it cannot start like this, 1 mark. But you can start like this, where you can start like mark 1. This is correct. Mark 1 is correct. Okay, mark 1 is correct. But you cannot start like this. This is wrong because number cannot start with numbers. Okay, this and all, it's a rules. It can start with letters, underscore. It cannot start with a digit. Spaces are not allowed. For spaces are not allowed, I can show you the example. Total, see, total marks. Here some place is written, space is there. So the space is not allowed. So you have to write like total marks. This is correct. Spaces is also not allowed. And keywords cannot be used. For example, the data types. For example, like data types, int, float. This and all, it's a data types, right? Okay, this cannot be used as the variable. So variable names are case sensitive. Like this will be like age and all. It is case sensitive. So this one will be correct. It is case sensitive. Okay, these are the rules of variables. Now we'll see the program. Some of the program based on the variables. Okay. See, first I'll show one program of variables. Okay. So this is the commands what I'm using, where I'm declaring a variable. For declaring the variable, you can see how I'll be using. Okay, declaring the variables, I'm using int my number. You can use anything, int a, anything, whatever you know you can use. Okay, int my number. After writing int my number, I have to assign value to a variable. Okay, value to a variable. What is this? Okay, so as I said, this is known as comments, which is ignored by the compiler. It's just for understanding. You're declaring a variable and you're assigning the value to a variable. Okay, next one is, so you have to assign value to a variable, no? So my number is equal to 10. Semicolon should be there, otherwise it will show the error. Okay, this is one. So this is the commands as I said. Okay, you have declared the variable and you're given value to a variable, and you can do in another form also. You can write the code in other form also, like you can declare as well as assign the value in one line only. Int my number is equal to 10. It is another way. But if you write print my number, then error will occur. Do you know why error occurs? So as I said, whatever you enter inside this, it will print on the output screen. You have declared integer, that is my number is equal to 10. To print the integer, we have to use format specifiers. What type of value it is been printed. Format specifier you have to use. For if there is no errors, if error should not come, means we have to use printf. Because our value is integer, we have to use %d my number. Okay, then you can see the output. The output will be 10. You have to use the format specifier to print the integer. If it's just you have to print your name, means you can use just printf. But when you want to print the particular type of data, we have to use format specifier. So if there is any float values, for example, you can see float my number is equal to 5.99, something like this. What you have to use for float my number? As I said, if it is a float, to print this particular value, you have to write printf f. Okay, f. Sometimes you can use n. N means if when you want to print in new lines, okay, the output will be in new lines when you have more types of data. So f float new line, you can write my number. So can see it's been printed in the new line. The float will be printed in the new line. Let me write this particular code all together. Okay. So code will be include sto.h. Okay, int main, this is the common syntax, open the bracket, int my number is equal to 15, float my, you can use like my float number, because both the name, like both the variable name, if it is same, means it can create a error. Okay, my float number is equal to 10. You can write like this. After that, you can write printf. First, you have to print the integer. So, I am using %d and new line because there is more number of datas. That one is integer as well as float. So, you can see this. I want to print my number. After printing the my number, next I want to print float. Okay, sorry. Now I want to print float. For that I have to use f, that is %f new line my float number. Then you have to close the curly braces. So what will be the output? So output will be, first one is 10 and the second one will be 15. I'm sorry. So float value we have to change. I'm sorry. The integer value will be 15. Integer value will be 15 and the float value I declared wrong. Float I said which is decimal numbers, no? So I have to give something like 10 anything, decimal value, okay? There should be a decimal point. Decimal point, the output will be like the same decimal point. To get the output printed in the output screen, we have to use percentile F. That has to be printed in the new line. If you does not give the new line, then the output will be printed like 15 comma 10.0. Okay. There is one more concept in variable, that is change values. Change values means you have to assign a new value. There is other two concept in this variable. One is change value. So new value, change value means new value to the existing variable. Okay, you're giving the new value will replace the old value. Whenever you print the output, it can replace the old value. So new value you're giving to the existing variable. So in the program we'll see this, how to do this. Okay, in the program we'll see this. Okay, see, now I'll show the program for change the values. Okay, you have to change the values. For that particular program is this hint my number, you're declaring the variable along with your assigning the value, and next one is my other number, means you're giving new value to the existing variable. This is the existing variable, you're giving new value. Okay, and you have to provide this particular syntax, my number is equal to my other number. If you give this my number is equal to my other number, the output will become now 20. If you does not give my number is equal to my other number, the output will be 15. Okay, means you are replacing the old value with the new one. Okay, so we have to print this particular value. For that you have to use printf percentile d, because it's an integer you want to print on the screen. My number, when you give my number, the new value will be printed, that is 23. That means new value is replaced the old one. Okay, it's been replaced the old one. So new value has been replaced old one. Okay, old one is replaced by the new value. Next concept is, as I said, this is programming, right? In this old value, the old value is being replaced by the old value, it's been replaced by the new value. That is the concept of change values in variables. The next concept, one more concept is there in variable, that is multiple variable. Multiple variable means you're declaring more than one variable for the same data type. There is one variable, okay, you can see this is the one variable, you're declaring one variable. Sorry, this is the variable, okay, A, B and C. This is the variable. You're declaring more than one variable for the same data type. Data type is integer. Okay, for this also there is a program. I'll show now. You can see here int A comma B comma C. This is the variable. Okay, this is the variable. A is equal to B is equal to C is equal to 50. For more than one variable, okay, more than one variable, you're declaring the value. More than one variable, you have declared more than one variable for the same data type. Okay, you have to print this, printf percentile d, because it is the integer value. 50 is the integer value. A plus B plus C. What is the output? You have used the plus sign. The output will be 150. Output will be 150. More than one variable is being declared for same data type. Integer is the data type. Okay, we'll execute some of the code. I'll show it in the system now. See, this is the one program, okay, as I taught you before itself. This and all, it's a commands like create variables, integer whole numbers, floating point decimal numbers. This is a character. Nothing has been executed by the compiler. Okay, nothing has been executed by the compilers, but you can see this printf. You have used format specifiers because you want to print the integer value and float values. So if you remove this also particular commands, it will execute. You can see I'm removing this particular commands. Okay. See, I have removed all the commands. Even I have removing the particular commands, it's been executed. You can see if I run this particular thing, it will execute without error because commands will be not executed by the compiler. It's been ignored by the compiler. Okay. Next, I'll show the one more program, that is change values. See, this is one more program. As I said, it's just change values. You can see my number have given 15, my other number is 23. So you want to replace the new value with, like, old value should be replaced by the new value. For that you have to declare my number is equal to my other number. So you can see what is the value is given when you run this particular thing. The new value will replace the old one. Okay. See, you're getting the answer as 23. Answer as 23. Okay. I hope you can see the screen, right? See, this is the another program. As I said, it's for multiple values. Okay, it will declare multiple variables. You can see ABC, it's multiple variables giving the value of the same data type. Okay, value that is same data type, that is integer data type. So can I run it? See, the output is 150. Okay, multiple variables but single value. Okay, that's it. For today class, we have learned commands, different types of commands, and what are the variable is, what are the different types, means what are the rules of variable is. After the rules, what is format specifier, and format specifier, there is one more thing we learned is, we have learned change values, means the new value will replace the existing value. And after that, multiple variables, means more than one variable will be declared for the same data type. Data type will be integer. These are the concepts we have learned. The main concepts was comments and variables. In the next class, we will be learning about data types as well as constants. Thank you.